I talk a lot about building businesses to generate cash flow to invest in other assets. At an early point in my career, I had a construction company. If you heard my story or listened to it, I started out as a remodeling contractor and then started building spec houses. I did a video the other day on the first little spec houses that I did. I was doing a project for a client in my remodeling company. It was a $200,000 project, something like that. It wasn't huge, but it was one of the bigger ones that I'd done at the time. Comes to me about a month in, and he says, "Hey, if I pay you all of the cash for the project now," I think there was 150,000, 200,000 left on the project. He said, "If I went ahead and just gave you all the money now, would you give me a 10% discount?" I thought about that for a minute and I said, all the money now for a 10% discount. And I thought, what can I do with all that money? Now, I had just started learning how to build spec houses. I said, sure, I will take that. You pay me now for the entire project. And I still had 6 months left to go on it. And I will give you a discount. What I did was I came into this neighborhood here, and this was right at the peak of the boom, probably 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. And I came in this neighborhood and there were, I don't know, only about 20 lots left that had not been built on in this particular development that I'm driving through right now of $1 million beach houses, multi-million dollar beach houses. I came in here, I put all of the, I don't know, it was about 8 or 10 lots at the time that one seller was selling. I put these lots under contract and then I turned around and marketed them, flipped the lots to some investors, and then I ended up building them the houses. And the only way they could get the land was they had to buy it from me and they had to build a house with me. I would not sell them the land without building them the house. That's how they ended up being able to get into this community and get this property from me. And we're getting ready to come by one of the nicer ones, one of the last ones that was done that were part of this. This is another couple of houses. That's a really nice one there. I was building spec houses that were like 1,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And I worked my way into building multi-million-dollar oceanfront houses like that one behind me there by controlling the land. The moral of the story is, and the point of this video is, one, I had a business that generated cash flow that I could use to invest in other assets. And in that particular case, I got paid for a job that I had not completed yet. And I was able to take that cash flow and use it for the deposits on those lots. I can't remember what I paid for them back then, but it was early before the boom. They were under 100,000, I think, each. And 10 years later, they were worth 250,000. Just the lots themselves have gotten all the way up to 250,000. I put them under contract, flipped the lots, made 25, 30,000 on the lots. And then I made $100,000 on each house that I built for the investors. That was one way to do it, generating cash flow to utilize to invest in other assets, to grow and scale that cash. And I did all this in about a year. This one neighborhood alone generated about $1 million in net profits in about a year.